Oh, come on now. Oh, it doesn't like it. I don't know. I'm going to see if this works. It's showing a wrench on it. Howdy. I'm Grey Pilgrim. Well, to continue my discussion of Confederate revolvers, this is the mother of them all. This is a LeMat. Now, I realize whenever I bring a book like this out and talk about a gun from a book, I don't know, people just yawn, I guess. But you really can't learn stuff about guns online. They just don't have all the information up there. And this is the best book I have found on it. It's called LeMat, the Man, the Gun. And it's by Val Forget, who started Navy Arms and really got us all into the replica gun business, because Val took some guns, put them in his duffel bag, and took them into Italy and went to, I think it's Brixia, and asked some folks there to make him some guns. And said, make them like this. And he showed a Colt 1851, a Colt 1860, eventually 1849, 1863, all the Confederate guns. I mean, those guys just did a wonderful job of it. And this is probably the one that, well, it's just cool. This is called the Scattershot because the central pin for the cylinder is a shotgun barrel. And the way it works is after you've shot all 8 shots in the cylinders, you cock it, which is really brutal on this thing, and then slap that down, and that hits this nipple here. And if it hits that nipple, like that, sets it off. It sets off the shotgun barrel. And LeMat had a sort of an edge over everybody else because his cousin's husband was a fellow by the name of Beauregard. And Beauregard was the procurement officer for the Confederacy. And he got LeMat the contract. Well, he made a few of these before the war. I think in Philadelphia, he had a guy make them for him. And then when the war happened and you couldn't really get things from the north anymore, he contracted with some people in Paris to make some. And when, after a while, that wasn't enough, so he contracted some people in Belgium and had them make some more. And they'd come in on the blockade runners and get them into the South. And most of the Confederate generals carried one of these things. It's not something you could load in the middle of a battle, but you know, you got with the Scattershot, you've got 9 shots in this thing, so it's a little better than your usual revolver. And though it's like a Colt Walker, this is more of a horse pistol than it is a belt pistol. Though I hear Beauregard actually wore one on his belt. Many other, like I said, Confederate generals all carried them. By the way, this one, you may notice I have slick shot nipples on it, except on the Scattershot. But these are just, I really cannot say enough for slick shot nipples. They are just the best there is. And they work tremendously well. They have these little tiny holes on the side of the nipple, so a lot of the pressure of the cap blowing doesn't go straight back and end up falling into the action. It goes to the side, and that keeps the nipple on, the cap on the nipple, so that when you cock for the next one, you can shake it out. They're just a good design, I think, and they're a little bit longer than the usual nipples. So, and I think they're designed for number 11 CCIs or number 10 Remingtons. But this is just a wonderful pistol. Now, loading it, you really need to load it off the gun. Yes, it has this loading rod built in that does the trick, or so they say. And this one comes out, and it's for loading up the Scattershot. But the problem with this is, and this happens on all of these replicas, and it also is a constant problem with the originals. These things would crack off. It's a more fragile design than the underbarrel one that the Colts have, or the Remingtons. But it's just a wonderful pistol. It has a really weird grip on it, but it does give a good good purchase to the gun, though the thing is very much front heavy, and cocking it and shooting. I've shot this a few times, and I've only shot the Scattershot barrel twice. Brutal, absolutely brutal, but it's just a beautiful design, I think. You know, it's just and it's a cool looking pistol. This was my Biden check. I mean, I didn't need it at the time, and I thought, well, heck, Dixie Gun Works had this one in, and I thought, well, why not? And so I bought it, and no regrets there. Anyway, LeMat, The Man, the Gun by Val Forget, and it's an excellent book. If you get the gun, get the book. Who did I get it from? Doesn't say there. Let's see if it says inside. Copyright by Val. Well, it might be on Amazon, come to think of it. But I don't think I got it there. I think I got it through one of the gun publishing companies. But anyway, good book, excellent gun. And just, it fits the gadget factor screams chuckle to my heart, you know? Anyway, that's about all I got to talk about. Happy trails.